We had Konami deletes a post announcing Silent Hill 2 remake was designed for, wait for it, modern audiences. Oh boy, here we go with the modern audiences bullshit. Listen, it's a red flag. It's just like pronouns in bio.
Yep.
Okay, it's just like that. Like when you hear a company talking about modern audiences, they are telling you point blank that they hate your guts and that they want nothing to do with you, and that they are looking for this imaginary modern audience. There is no modern audience. It doesn't exist. Okay, that's just the reality of the situation. The modern audience is seeing Joker right now. How's that working out? The modern audience watched The Acolyte. How'd that work out? The modern audience bought Concord. How'd that work out? That's your modern audience. Okay.
Yeah.
That's simple. That's simple. So, so we get here, Konami, the publisher, blah, 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 blah. Okay. But here, at the end of May, Konami published a post on X that has since been deleted where it announced, see the, is it Bloober team devs working on Silent Hill 2. Preserved authenticity while adapting a horror classic for modern audiences. The post also included a video that featured the game's lead producer stating, I think the biggest change that we've had was actually how to make the game approachable for the newcomers who have not played the original. That's their focus right there. That's all the fuck they care about. That's all the fuck the newcomers, okay? The entire reason that you have a franchise is because the fans have been there. Take care of the fans. Take care of the people that supported this shit for all of these years. Quit worrying about bringing new people. I hate this fucking idea of bringing new people into the equation. I fucking hate it. I'm sick and tired of that shit. Take care of the people that made you.
Yeah.
It's like me. I've talked about this before. All right. When I was a fucking customer of DirecTV, I kept seeing DirecTV. I've been there for years. I keep seeing DirecTV. Hey, for new customers, we'll give you every fucking thing for free. And I'm like, the fuck up? What about me, motherfucker? I've been paying for this shit for years. You don't want to give me any discounts? You don't want to care? No, because they don't give a shit about you. Okay, it's the same thing. And look, we're on Rumble, and that's cool. Okay, my biggest mistake was going to Rumble because Rumble floated these ideas. They were willing to give anybody money that wasn't on their platform. But if you were on their platform, they were not willing to give you a contract or a deal or anything like that because they already had you. They didn't give a fuck. They're like, well, Geeks and Gamers is already here. They've got like 80-something thousand followers on their main account. They've got over 200 and something thousand collectively. We don't need to give Geeks and Gamers anything. So they'll give all these other motherfuckers that ignore their platform. Meanwhile, I'm on the platform because I cared about our audience that was on the platform, because we have people that want to watch us on Rumble. So Rumble's whole idea was, oh, fuck those guys. We don't need to worry about them. They're already here. We need to worry about people that don't give a shit about us. It's like, no, fucking worry about people that care about you. Yeah. That's what the gaming industry is doing is, oh, we need to bring the new people in. Go ahead, Mike. You were going to say something.
No, man, you're absolutely right. And that's the thing. The same people that made these games popular, made these games bestsellers, like all you have to do is if the game was good and people loved it and you're going to remake it, the same people that loved it before are going to rebuy the game. And then people that don't have any idea what these games were like and why these games are popular are going to test it out, try it, and the game should speak for itself. And like in a similar vein, so I just started replaying I started playing the Resident Evil 2 remake. I've never played a Resident Evil game before. I saw the remake, I was like, I'm gonna try it, and people said, yo, the remake is awesome, we love it, it's good, it's just like the original, and there's a couple things that are missing, but then they also warned me, hey, but not all the remakes are good. Resident Evil 3 remake has a bunch of missing content. It really bothered us. It's like, so it speaks to something. I'm being told don't play this game because it's not like the original, but other people are like, yo, this one, even though it's a remake, is like the original. Play it and enjoy it. And I'm having a fantastic time with it, man. I don't understand why they have to try to reinvent anything other than either bad actors or they're just, the idea, well, we got to bring in new people. It's like modern audiences, like, they're going to buy games because they're good games, not just because you say, well, look at all the DEI we added into this. This is awesome, isn't it?
Yeah, and I think I saw Cabrutus had a tweet where he said, right here, Silent Hill 2 remake has been confirmed to be DEI detected game with involved with hit detection. So hit detection, there was something with, I guess there's this big YouTuber that's with hit detection. What's his name? It might be on here. Jake something. Jacob Geller. So Jacob Geller is this like big YouTuber. He's got like 1 million something subscribers, and he came out and said in an interview that he basically that he wishes the world could get rid of all gamers or something like that, even though he's a gamer himself. Fucking weird, man. And yeah, so it's just these people are absolutely out of their fucking minds, and so this is not going to be I mean, I haven't followed the Silent Hill 2 stuff that closely. I played Silent Hill back in the day. I thought they were fine. I was never the biggest like fan. Resident Evil was my cup of tea back in the day, not Silent Hill. But I remember playing like the first game a long time ago. But ultimately, when you go down this road, you are inviting a cancer into your body at that point. That's what you're doing. You're actively saying like, hey, there's a disease, let me bring that disease and put it into my body. That's what you're doing with your game. You're looking and saying, that's a disease, let me put that disease in my game. And as that disease gets there, it's only going to spread, because you're going to embrace it, because that's what these companies do with these games and these movies and all of that. When you bring that disease into it, it's only going to spread, and it may spread fast, it may spread slow, but as long as it's there, it's got the ability to spread, and it will in some capacity. A lot of that comes into how much are you going to nurture that disease. And if you have a disease in your body and you're not willing to do the proper things, eat the proper food, exercise, work out, or whatever it is, then that disease is going to start taking over at a faster rate. If you have this disease that you bring into your fold with social justice, and you're sitting there putting more policies in place and implementing more of this bullshit, that disease is going to spread even faster. So we'll see 100%. How they handle this. That's ultimately what this comes down to. So,
100%, man.
And I think that the backlash is going to be, I mean, again, deleting a tweet is a classic example of showing that they probably were getting a lot of backlash on this tweet. They were probably getting roasted. There were probably a lot of people that were calling them out. And instead of standing by it and, just letting people speak their minds, they deleted it and ran from it. So that speaks volumes.
Well, and part of it too is, people are like, well, if you don't like it, don't buy it. But a lot of these remakes and remasters, specifically the remakes more than anything, they will not tell you that they change things until the game comes out. Now, audiences have become really skeptical, and they're going, what did you change? What else have you done in the game? Have you done anything different? But for a lot of times, they won't tell you that any of this is going on. But that's why we have people like Cabrutus, and we have people that are putting in the work to figure out who's developing these games, what can we find out, what kind of leaks can we find to these. You obviously see characters that were redesigned in Silent Hill. A lot of the female characters had weird face redesigns and stuff like that. So that kind of shit is the stuff that will turn people off. And the don't like it, don't buy it crowd that are trying to say, well, I don't know why you guys are so upset about this. Like, if you don't like it, whatever, just go play the old school. Well, part of it is because some of the people don't know that this is going to be different. All they see is it's a remake of a game that I love, so I'm just going to play it or buy it because I love the original, and then they play it and go, oh, this is different. This is garbage. Like it's things are completely changed. So yeah, man, it's a mess. And so shout out to people that are calling it out so that people know not to go out and buy these games.
Yep, and modern audiences does not exist. It doesn't exist.
No, it doesn't.
And the proof is in the pudding. We've seen it time and time again. I listed off all of the stuff. I mean, Concord, that's your modern audience. How'd that work out for you? Not too good, huh? Not too good with the modern audience there.
Yeah.
Dustborn. Yeah, how'd that one work out? How's Starfield doing these days? How'd that one go? Not too well. So the modern audience does not exist. You know who exists? The people that have cared about gaming for years and years and years. And I don't know, man. Like, I mean, look, I could easily try to focus Geeks and Gamers and go, hey guys, we need to grow the company even more. So we need to reach out to people. Our fucking streams are not meant for people that don't watch our show. Like, they're just not. Like, there's people that, like, there's so many inside jokes. I talked about this on Cobra Cast where I was like, look, Cobra Cast is not for like the Tim Pool wider audience. Tim Pool is a very normie show, and I don't mean that disrespectfully. I think Tim Pool actually does a really good show, but it's really easy to digest for anyone.
Yep.
Whereas you come to the Cobra Cast and you're like, what are they talking about? 199. Why is this guy's gay? Like they're calling him like what? You know, like it's not meant for like new people. Now that doesn't mean that new people don't find it, and then but you got to be you've got to understand it. Like you've got to be cut from that cloth to get it. Same with the Tuesday night's main event. Like I could seriously go like, guys, we need to stay on point. We need to focus. We need to make sure that we're putting the right title, the right metadata, so we can get a bigger audience, or we can just take care of the audience that wants to show up every week.
Yep. And
I like that idea.
People go, oh, I like this energy. I want to find out what this is about. It actually makes people more willing to become a hardcore fan and stick around. Or they go, I don't like the energy. I don't want to stick around here. But like, I don't know. I very much feel that. But also I saw somebody mention like the Metal Gear Solid 3 remake that's coming out. They have specifically gone on like record as saying, yo, we're sticking to the original game. We're not changing the designs. There's the character in there that has like a shirt unzipped and her massive tits are hanging out the whole game. They're like, we're leaving it like that. The people have seen the character design. She's still gorgeous. Like they know what their audience is, and they know exactly what their audience wants. And they're like, yo, we're trying to stick to as faithful of a game as we can. Even the voice lines, they haven't changed any of that stuff. And watch Metal Gear Solid Delta sell like hotcakes, because that's what the audience does want. They're like, hey, boobs in HD, I'm buying it. That's
people like boobs.
People like boobs. Yeah,
people like boobs. It's always going to. I mean, this is why no one likes Savvy, but that's okay. So
we used to, but not anymore.
We used to, but not anymore. Hail Savvy.
Hail Savvy.